Hi guys, this is Zen Zone Fantasy. I'm Mindful GM, and today, for the question of the day, how many of your draft picks are injured? Tell me in the comments who's on your IR and how you're doing without them. If you like this episode as well, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and you'll find me on TikTok as well under the same channel username. Let's get into it. Are you running out of backs, throwing darts at the waiver wire to hold down that lackluster RB position? This season has been a true testament to fantasy managers in the RB position. Between injuries, split backfields, and underperforming stars, it's been a spinning wheel every week, like trying to find a reliable running back. So let's talk about a few players that have made this season so unpredictable in the running back position. First up, for running out of backs, we have Chuba Hubbard, the Carolina Panther running back, is going to be sharing a backfield with Rico Dowdle now. At least that's the way it's going to be looking after that huge performance from Rico Dowdle, 206 rushing yards, touchdown, and a lot of targets in the receiving end. I don't think he's going to go away. I think he's going to cut into Chuba Hubbard's production. So there's less work coming for Chuba Hubbard. He was drafted in the near RB2 range flex option. I think right now you're looking at a possible end of bench player. Next up is Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, actually. So we're going to have two players in this one due to the fact that they're both sharing the backfield. They're both taking each other's touches. Looks like Zach Charbonnet is more of the touchdown, goal line work running back, stealing 3 touchdowns from Kenneth Walker. And Kenneth Walker only has 1 touchdown on the season, which he had in his 100-yard rushing game. Now, Kenneth Walker does get the more average yards, the higher average yards, but Charbonnet gets the goal line work. I don't believe any of these running backs can be started unless Kenneth Walker is traded. There have been rumors that he might be on the trade block, which in that sense, Zach Charbonnet would be a must start, and Kenneth Walker, depending on the team he goes to, would possibly be a must start. Next, we have Derrick Henry, who was drafted in the first round. A lot of people have been just a horrible show from Derrick Henry. He hasn't hit 70 yards rushing since week 1. Week 1, he had that big game. I believe it was like 169 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. After that, he hasn't hit pay dirt. 70 yards, he hasn't gained. He's gotten 43, 33, 23, and he's getting the carries. He's averaging about 15 to 17 carries per game. However, it doesn't add up to the amount of yards he's getting. So what they're doing is they're collapsing that defense, stopping the run. With Lamar Jackson out, I don't think Derrick Henry would be a starter for me. I believe at best when Lamar Jackson is in, he is a must start because they have to think about and put into their mind that Lamar Jackson can run the ball too, so that lessens the defense targeting in on Derrick Henry. Each of these backs has played a role in your patience and your bench depth. Same with me. We got Chase Brown. I've been saying it all season long, how much he's let me down. Chase Brown has let me down. Whether it's inconsistent production or timeshares eating into the fantasy value, this season has been hard for us. And this is just a true reminder of how fragile the running back position is in fantasy football. We'll be right back. Injury report. So now we got the injuries of the week, guys. Biggest injury news is Omarion Hampton being placed on IR, out 4 to 6 weeks. His level of production has been up and down, and now he's injured. He looked like he was going on the up, but now we have to suffer 4 to 6 weeks without an RB1. Next up is going to be Bucky Irving. He didn't practice today, so it looks like Rachaad White will get most of the carries, most of the touches, and the receiving work on the end of the game. Sean Tucker may get a little bit, but as we saw last game against Seattle, Rachaad White was the production back. Chuba Hubbard as well did not practice today, guys. So Rico Dowdle might be in line for another start for the Carolina Panthers. we'll look and see how he does throughout the week. But if they don't practice Thursday, that's a high anticipation that they won't play on Sunday. Coming up next, Chris Godwin, unable to practice today, fibula. So that's Mike Evans and Chris Godwin that possibly may be out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. So we look at Rashad White probably being a lock to start, as well as Ibuka. He's been killing it this season. Rookie numbers are astonishing. He's getting a touchdown in almost every game. I think he's always going to be a start. But when that Mike Evans and Chris Godwin duo come back, it will be trouble for Ibuka's target share and receptions. So that's a wrap for today, guys. This was a full episode full of running backs. We talked about your running out of backs topic, which running backs are detrimental or hurting your team and causing you heartache, as well as the injury report, which was filled with running backs. Keep an eye on those. Look for the practices if they're limited or not practicing. That way you can make the change to your lineup before it's too late, as well as your good old question of the day. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoy this episode. Keep an eye out for updates, insights, and breakdowns in your league to make sure you stay ahead of the game. This is Mindful GM. You've been watching Zen Zone Fantasy. Have a good night.